Hello, guys and girls. It's Dread from Miss Valley Entertainment News. It is very early in the morning for me. In fact, I woke up before my alarm, but here I am. I'm already getting hop in to record a video. I want to do a reaction to somebody else's video on what's going on with Bethesda and paid mods. I just wanted to. It felt like it was the time to get this done. Here I am. I haven't even had my morning coffee yet, only one sip. I've had leg cramps, which is what woke me up early even before my alarm. But we're going to struggle through this and get this reaction out and hear a little bit more about what other people are saying about Bethesda and paid mods. So let's get to it. So, this is a video entitled Bethesda Charging for Mods in 2023 Skyrim, Fallout, Starfield Paywalling. This is by Biggie Boss. So we'll take a listen to this and do a little reaction as we go.
Hey guys, Big here. I wanted to give my opinion on some rumors and speculation about what's happening on November 29th.
By the way, if you like this clip, this video from Biggie Boss, go look up Biggie Boss, Biggie_Boss, and go follow them. You know what? I'm always thinking like, hey, if I'm reacting to videos, go check out the original video. Go check out the original video author and give them a like and a sub if you prefer to, if you feel that that's your thing.
So, you guys might have seen from my post, or if you are part of my Discord server, we've been talking about it. But what people think is happening is on November 29th, which is tomorrow if you're watching this video on release.
Obviously, this video recorded before December 28th. I believe this is the 3rd of December, early morning, as I record this reaction. This is the first time this video came across my feed, though I have not seen this before today.
There's going to be an update for Skyrim, possibly Fallout, possibly Starfield, but those two look like they're going to be in the future.
I have no problem with him saying those are probably going to be in the future. As far as saying possibly, that is correct, possibly, but the things I've heard lead me to believe that it will be eventually across all Bethesda properties, which kind of makes sense. If you're going to be a company going after everyone's money for one game, why not do it for all your games, right? Especially when you're a popular company, at least popular currently. We'll see how popular they are if this goes through.
But essentially, Bethesda is adding a marketplace. That's the rumor, at least.
That's what I
They're
said.
adding a marketplace for mods. Now, if you have played
Cute
Skyrim
goat.
throughout
Cute
all of its
goat.
years and remember 2015, Bethesda has tried to do this before. And when they tried to do it before, it didn't go too well.
Thankfully,
There's a huge backlash. The modding community.
there was a huge backlash, but we forgave them. We never should have forgave them or trusted them, quite honestly. 2015. I mean, I didn't pay as much attention in 2015 to really what was going on because I didn't actually start playing Skyrim until 2014, and I noticed Skyrim when I started to see people with mods playing Skyrim back in 2013, 2014. That's what excited me. I was like, oh, that's cool, and this is like people created mods to make this game better, and that's what got me into Skyrim. So I immediately hopped in and played a very small amount of vanilla Skyrim, and then started looking at the mods and began to my own journey of modding Skyrim, which, as you know, when you mod Skyrim, it's a never-ending journey. It is a journey where you continue to learn and spend a lot of time researching and reading and asking questions and trial and error. It really, I don't mean to even say it in a funny way. Modding Skyrim really is a lifestyle. It is an addiction. It is fascinating and takes over your life. If you don't play Skyrim or you don't play modded Skyrim, you won't understand that, but that is actually so. It becomes something where you feel like your ability to manipulate the game and change it in ways that hopefully you want just fascinates you.
community really got together. The users got together, you know, demanded that they don't paywall mods, and we, for the most part, as a modding community, went about our day. Well, Bethesda is attempting it again.
But surely, says Bethesda, but surely they've forgotten about that by now. After all, look at all the people who bought the anniversary edition. Now, nothing against the anniversary edition. I paid the $20 for it myself. Nothing against it. All right. And those of you who have been like, no, I'm never buying it. Well, that's your choice. I don't care either way. But I bought it, so I got nothing bad to say about the anniversary edition. Are the mods and stuff in it great? Yeah, they're just okay. They add content, which I appreciate.
And unfortunately, I think this time they will be successful. Now, I've been making
Sadly,
posts
yes.
About why I think paywalled mods are bad in general. I've been talking about them in streams.
I don't necessarily think paywalled mods are bad. I think if a mod author wants to get paid, they have every right to ask for pay. That's fine. That is the mod author who's spent the time and effort to create that mod has every right to decide whether or not they want to get paid. And then the marketplace, not the Bethesda marketplace, but the marketplace overall will then set the tone for how much they make, whether they do get paid, whether, you know, their price goes up or down, or whether they abandon the idea altogether, right? The people who buy it then set that for them.
Modding, I mean, I've been modding games for a while. I've made my own mods for different games, and I've never thought, it never even occurred to me to charge people money for any mods that I've created.
Well, that's you,
It
Biggie.
seems like
That's
modding
fine.
should just be left as a community effort.
I agree with that to a point, but I mean, everybody's different. I don't have an issue. Like, there are many people. I don't follow any of the people on Patreon who do sell mods through Patreon. But I mean, I've seen some where I've been like, man, if I had gotten in on the ground floor, I would have paid, you know, $5 or whatever it is for a Patreon membership in order to get access to that mod. Some beautiful, beautiful work done by people who specifically and only put mods on Patreon for Skyrim. So I got no issues with that. As far as actually modding, I myself wanted to get into starting to create mods. I wanted to start with the creation kit, creating my own characters, that kind of thing in Skyrim. But with this coming down the pipe now, I don't think I'm ever going to get into it. Sadly, I also really wanted to work with the Proteus mod next year, and we'll. If I get a chance to download that next month, I will begin playing with it. That will allow me to create characters, but still only using the mods that I've got downloaded. So, enough about me.
Something that we all do. Everybody has their individual contributions, and that ends up becoming something great. Now, what I'm playing right now is just a vanilla Skyrim Special Edition, just to show you guys. I mean, normally I show modded content. This is just to show you guys how different this game is without any mods. And this is a special edition, by the way. It would look even worse if it was a old Skyrim. So, I mean,
your game would have crashed
so
already
many
too.
things wrong with what Bethesda is doing, but I can't say that I didn't see it coming. It seems like it was just going to be a matter of time before Bethesda said, you know what, other people are doing it too. Why don't we do it?
Not sure who the other people or who are doing it he's referring to, but if he's just referring to modders on Patreon or if he's referring to other companies who are doing this, I don't know. I mean, obviously it's a practice that is very much in line with MMOs and live service games. That's what they do. And, you know, a lot of them make a lot of money. A lot of them make a lot of money, so that may just be Bethesda and their overlord masters over at Xbox and whatever are looking at that and saying, we want cuts of that too. Hey, why don't we take a popular company like Bethesda? You guys don't have to put out a live service game or an MMO. We'll just charge for the modding community because you have one of the best and greatest modding communities. So we'll start taking cuts out of that. That's probably what's going through there. Evil little heads.
It. Now, like I said, I've been speaking out about people who paywall mods on Patreon.
I don't think there's any reason to speak out about that.
This reason. I mean, you guys know For example, Vagabond is over 4,000 mods. Imagine even paying a quarter, per mod.
That's $1,000.
When Bethesda did this in 2015, Wet and Cold, for example, which is it's a decent enough mod, but
Sure.
it was priced at $5 back in 2015.
Wow.
This
Wow.
is 2015 prices, not 2023 prices.
That's
$5 for
that
a
would be
single mod.
$10 now, probably.
There was
Jeez.
some others like Castle Volkihar Rebuilt,
It's crazy.
Midas Magic, things like that. A lot of mods were coming in at price tags ranging from about $1 to about $5.
Even paying $1 for a mod, can you imagine trying to put a list together? I mean, again, you've got 50 to 60 mods that basically just do bug fixing, just to get rid of all the freaking bugs in the game that Bethesda baked in and never got rid of. So there's 50 or $60 at $1 a piece. I mean, now you do a very small mod list, you add in another 80 mods, we'll say you hit 140, say 140 mods, you spend $140 to be able to play the game that you already bought. It's crazy.
Now, even if we went with the low end of the spectrum there, of $1 per mod, the mod list that you see on Wabbajack really would not be possible.
Yeah.
People would be spending an insane amount of money on mods.
True.
Now,
Very true.
obviously, not every mod author is
What
going
is Bethesda
to be
thinking?
a jerk and lock everything behind paywall, but there are some who will. I mean, I think it's just inevitable. We might.
Okay, wait. What was that? I missed that. Let me run that back. I'm sorry. I think I missed something important there.
Now, obviously, not every mod author is going to be a jerk and lock everything behind paywall, but
then we get into the rumors I've heard, which would be that Nexus mods Bethesda page will be locked down. In other words, you will no longer be allowed to download mods of things like Nexus mods. And if they're going to go after Nexus mods, I'm sure they're going to go after Patreon and everybody else. They're going to find a way to say legally, no, you're legally not allowed to do that. What you're doing is illegal, and we will come after you if you do it. And honestly, you're a multi-billion-dollar company or whatever it is, a corporation. You go grab yourself a good lawyer. You're not going to have any problems passing that through the courts, are you? Really? You're not. Because all the modding work is being built on top of a game and a design owned by Bethesda. By the way, it's also not very hard for one of their updates to bake into your game, and that's why you don't let your game update unless you actually know what's in it, to bake into the game that it no longer works with mods. I mean, to put something into the game that will recognize, the different mod organizers and not allow them to work. Period. I don't think it's that hard to do. I don't know if that's coming, but that to me would make a lot of sense if this is the way we're going.
But there are some who will. I mean, I think it's just inevitable. We might see some. I mean, worst case scenario, what I could see happening is some mod authors put deletion requests in.
Sure, that'll happen.
Prominent mods.
That happened last time, right?
End up locking them behind a marketplace. Now, this is also coming to console, it looks like. So, console players.
Sorry, console, you're screwed first.
Brace yourself for the inevitable.
It's per usual.
Now, I'm also, really disappointed that it's happening for Starfield too. I don't even know what to say. My final.
This is why I know Starfield modders, and I don't play Starfield because I refuse to buy that janky piece of crap. But if you like Starfield, good for you. Play it, enjoy it, whatever. This is why, though, if Starfield modders or people trying to mod Starfield were complaining that the modding tools were not released by Bethesda. It was making it very difficult for them. The reason the modding tools were not released was because Starfield modding is going to be paid for mods. They had to wait for all the rest of this to get set up.
Thoughts, I guess, are right now this is just speculation. It's rumors. It could end up being a big nothing burger.
Let's hope, but really,
this is kind of what it's looking like now.
not
If
likely.
it does end up becoming this huge thing, make sure to right-click your Skyrim install. I mean, you should be doing this anyway, but make sure to check it to only update when you launch the game. And any mod lists that you want, make sure you have them installed.
Yep.
Because in theory, some mod lists could eventually break over time due to all of this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's just a really sad state of affairs. I don't know. Hopefully I'm wrong. And
a sad state of greed is what it is. And you could bet this is definitely going for Starfield. And there is no way in hell, if they're worried about that kind of money from and getting Starfield money and everything else, which I believe is going to absolutely. Do you see people flooding back to Starfield to buy paid for mods for the game? Because no, now it's modded. It's going to be so much better. It's going to be so much less empty, so much more exciting, so many more choices in the that you can make as a character. So many less loading screens. Like, no, I just don't. I don't see Starfield getting significantly better with mods, without ripping apart the base code of the game and completely remaking it. That's just my opinion, but do you see people flooding back to Starfield so they can buy mods so they can replay the game that some of them have spent 3, 4, 500 hours, 1,000 hours in, and then walked away from, realizing after all that it's just not that great of a game. They're putting all that time into it. Do you see them going back just to pay for mods? I don't know. But I can tell you one thing: if they got any sense that it's working, for sure it's coming to Skyrim, because Skyrim is still Bethesda's cash cow. So was Fallout to a certain degree, but Skyrim even more so. Well, we could say the Elder Scrolls, but really Skyrim was the big hit, right? So you can totally see where Fallout and Skyrim for sure will be getting paid mods. There's no way they don't. There's too many effing mods out there for those games, and they are licking their lips trying to get in on that cash. They are. As for the other games, well, it makes sense they just make it across the board. It really does.
And hopefully tomorrow it's not what people are saying it is. People have been apparently looking at the data, looking at Bethesda's testing for Skyrim and stuff.
Yep.
And then Bethesda in their
data
official
mining
Discord launched an announcement kind of hinting to the fact that this is what they're doing.
Don't know about that, but yeah, I'm not surprised.
I'm disappointed, guys.
We all should be.
All I can say. I'm disappointed.
More disappointed than angry at this point. I've had a great run with Skyrim, 10 years coming up now.
Yeah.
I have to walk away from it. I will. Sadly, but I will.
I hate to see what modding is turning into. My thoughts, really, just don't support paywalled mods. I myself regret ever making content with DLSS. I am not using DLSS anymore. I haven't been for a while now.
I'll bar to speak on that, but
nor
whatever.
do I plan on it in the future. And, any other paywalled mods, I have zero interest in using them.
I got no issues with some of the paywalled mods out there, like as far as Patreon and stuff. Like if you want to pick up an occasional, like, hey, you're like, I really like this armor or this outfit this person made, and I'll join up to their Patreon for however much, a month, or subscription for a year or whatever, and then I'll get access to that and a couple other cool things that I may like in my game. Do it. Cool. That's awesome. Support those people. There's nothing wrong with them getting paid money. However, the difference is actually going in and downloading an entire mod list through Bethesda and paying for each individual mod and going broke. Basically, putting yourself so badly into debt that you'll never get out again. Like, use your head, people. Use your head.
zero interest in, promoting anybody who promotes that sort of content.
It's a little harsh,
Anyway.
Biggie, but that's fine. Your opinion.
Hopefully this depressing news was helpful to you guys. I
don't find this depressing so much
said,
as an eye-opening
I just want to be
conversation.
proven wrong. I hope that everybody ends up being wrong about this thing. It's not what we think it's going to be. But
I think there's 0% chance that we're
is
wrong. At least 100% wrong. There's chances we're wrong around the edges of things. But, yeah.
All I can say is...
This is definitely coming.
Is, oh well,
too much proof.
We only have... Who's this?
I mean, is it possible they only introduce it for Starfield to begin with and, wait a year down the road and then start implementing it for Skyrim and other things? So it takes a while? Totally possible.
I still have faith in
it's coming.
Most mod authors. And it might be a bumpy ride for a little bit, but I still have faith that even if it is what we think it is, in the long term, it's not going to be, hopefully, as big of an impact as it seems.
Well, you can hope, but I think that hope is a little misplaced. As far as the modders out there, I have great respect for the modders. Like I say, I really did want to get into creating my own mods. I talked about that earlier this year, I believe, on my Discord and some of my videos and stuff on Mist Valley Skyrim. Really wanted to get involved. Just didn't end up having the time this year. Was really looking forward to getting into it next year. And just like I say, starting off by creating a follower or something and seeing how that goes and learning how to tweak it and mess with things in the creation kit and learn how to use that janky piece of shit. But yeah, it just seems like that's probably not going to be a thing now. But like I say, I do hope to create a new mod list next month. Bethesda willing, if Bethesda holds off on this long enough that allows me to do that. And one of the mods I will be downloading is Proteus, and I want to learn how to use that and create some great stories and characters and stuff through that, which would be pretty exciting if I can learn how to use it properly.
And we'll kind of get things figured out. I think my biggest worry is, if we were to start seeing some of the bigger mods that so many others rely on, like the unofficial patch or SKSE or something, get paywalled.
Pretty scary.
That'd be
pretty scary.
That'd be pretty crazy.
Absolutely, that would be devastating.
Anyway,
actually,
guys,
we'd be aft. We'd all be aft.
I will catch you guys next time.
So, quick word here. Just to let you know, I want to thank you all for making my last video kind of go viral a little bit. I mean, 2,200 views or something in the first 2 or 3 days. That was freaking amazing for a very small channel and a new channel like Mist Valley Entertainment News. One that's been pretty hit and miss so far, and I haven't devoted as much time to it with 2 other gaming channels and a Discord. But I really do appreciate all those views and likes, comments. It was great to jump into the comments, see all the people commenting. Really enjoyed that. Some great feedback. Thank you all so much. And of course, for the subscriptions and the likes and everything else. So yeah, if you enjoy this video, do the same. But if you're liking what you see here, don't forget I do have a couple other channels. Links down below. Mist Valley Skyrim is my Skyrim channel. Devoted to a hell of a lot of Skyrim stuff, including my own personally curated mod lists, as well as trying out a bunch of mod lists off of Wabajack. We've also got Mist Valley Gaming, which is my main gaming channel. I don't post there nearly as much as on Skyrim, Mist Valley Skyrim anymore, but I still do get around to Mist Valley Gaming, where we take a look at other games, smaller games a lot of times, or we take a look at games like Baldur's Gate and play through those kind of things as well. I've also got a Mist Valley Discord. Love to have you join up there. I post all my videos there, and I'm always on there talking about things I'm finding on the internet, things I'm liking. We've got channels within there for talking about pets, for memes, for talking about sports, for talking about music, for talking about Star Wars stuff, for just talking about generalities. A lot of the people on there are content creators themselves, so some of them don't have a lot of time to get in and chat. But you are welcome to join any conversations, start any conversations, get involved in any conversations on Mist Valley Discord, as long as you're civil and polite. And I appreciate you all so much. My name is Dread, and this is Miss Valley Entertainment News. Stay sane out there, everybody. Skyrim is still a great game. However, let's be honest, it was made a great game by the modders. Bethesda owes a lot to its fans, a hell of a lot to its fans. And unfortunately, they seem to have turned their back on that and forgotten that because all they want to do is take more from the fans right now. And it's a bad place for them to be in because there's going to be some heavy backlash out of this, and rightly so. But stay strong, people. Keep enjoying your Skyrim and other games, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.